All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the second part here of episode 7 of 316, the Space Starship Trooper role-playing game. Hope I don't die. John, what's going to happen to me?
Yeah. First, we're going to see if Pasternak can, having boosted his radio signal, pass the HUD rendezvous information successfully to everyone instead of just assuming you want to do that, Morgan.
Yeah, might as well.
There is a risk. Let me tell you, this is not just a can you do it or not. Your suit signal tolerance is basically at maximum. You can take it beyond its normal operating parameters.
Yeah.
You also might break it.
Yeah. I was gonna wonder if it's gonna eat up some of your battery.
That could also happen. Pasternak's going for it though. We know you're gonna do it. So.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
The worst one.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Ay, caramba. This is bad.
Also, I'm pretty sure I have my armor still, right? That's from last session.
Oh yeah. Let me update.
Should be all clear.
Everyone's all clear, yeah. Healed and armored and everything.
Just noticing that, I was like, oh crap.
We forgot to fix Pasternak's armor. No.
I was so busy doing my other stuff.
I love my kill count. Never get tired of seeing it.
My kill count is so sad.
I know, you're still one short.
Do I have a kill count?
Yeah, you do.
Roll.
Oh, okay.
6, okay. Two things happen, Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a kind of a choice here. First, no choice. Your radio comm system burns out. You push it too far. You try to like boost the signal to reach everyone in the platoon, and you see it like just go down. Your HUD is like comm system offline. So that kind of sucks. Now you still have like short range, like you can like speak out of speakers on the armor. You can actually talk to someone if they're close to you. You don't have to do hand signals and stuff, but you can't out of line of sight. You can't.
I'll have to put my helmet against their helmet and we'll talk that way.
Yeah, you could do that way. Yeah. If you don't want the aliens to hear you. Yeah. Secondly, and you can decide. So the overload, I like Eric's idea. The overload is going to drain your depth field charge by half, or you're a technical, the tech sergeant, tech officer,
Tech corporal.
Yeah, not an officer yet. Or if you want to, you can just let it discharge inside the suit, the overload, instead of taking out your battery, and you can take a wound instead. You have a second to see what's happening, and you realize like, oh, I can just, instead of it attacking my battery, which is its normal path of resistance, I can just turn my battery off and let it discharge inside the suit and burn me, basically.
Why do we make Samsung make these suits?
So it's a guaranteed kill now versus maybe running out of field strength later.
I guess I'll take a kill.
Okay.
Because that's potentially I can get rid of that.
That is true. That's the gambling way. You have first aid kits. You don't have extra deep field stuff. So
well, we have extra batteries that might work, but that's for extra batteries.
You do have extra batteries. Yeah, that's true.
By the way, John, I guess as far as the scene goes, Chief and everyone, they've flown out of here, right? They've got out of here as fast as possible, right? Both them and Banshee.
They can't stay at that level. They can go there and drop you, but if they stay, it'll destroy the drop ships. So
I assume that they're like just above the depth so that they can provide like fire support or dive back in. Does that make sense?
That's kind of your call. So technically, if they got to do whatever they want, they'll return to the ship and repair the damage so that they're at full hull strength when they come back for you.
That's fine.
Otherwise, if you order them to stay as close as possible, then they'll do that.
No, that's fine. I have other ideas if we get into too bad a jam.
Okay, so you will not have close air support then if they return.
Correct.
Okay, then they will do that. They'll go repair their hull damage. And yeah, so you see off to your peripheral there, Young. You see for a moment, Pasternak's like connected to your suit, and then you see like the platoon readout appear, and it's all just happening. Like you haven't seen this before. Like he's just like patching everyone into boosting his comm signal, and then you see his helmet lights go and like go dark, and there's sort of smoke coiling inside the helmet, and this it's obvious what happened. This like electrical discharge happened inside his suit, and then everything shuts down, and he like disappears off of your little platoon comm network, like it disconnects. So everyone, the HUD marker that you've placed for everyone to reach, they're going to have to just figure out where that is on their own. It's possible to determine where it is in the interference and everything, but it's going to be a test. It's not automatic, basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So let's cut back to Goodman for a second.
Yeah.
Cortez is still firing. You see this rendezvous marker appearing. Where do you intend it to be, Strash? What's rendezvous?
I think it's so like if I scan I'm just gonna call
Switch
it the
the map.
asteroid. Is that cool?
Yes. I mean, we're looking at the map. You can just like mark it on the map.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we assume that we sort of like landed somewhere around here, or actually here.
No, yeah. It's just not in the nuke zone.
When I scan it, I'll probably find that there is like, as you mentioned, a network of tunnels and or caves.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I find like a confluence point where like everybody can kind of head to. And so like I set up the marker like in there so that we all get out of the wind and we have like horrible claustrophobic cave adventures.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So everyone's going inside the structure.
Cortez and I are in the nuke zone. We're in the fallout zone, aren't we?
The window?
In the what now? What?
So like if Cortez and I landed green, right? We're in the nuke blast radius fusion radioactivity zone, which I would imagine exists after you nuclear bombard something.
Technically you are, yes.
Okay.
Your
right.
Geiger counters are probably ticking. Yep.
All right, that's cool. All right, I'm just wondering. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm not wondering that because I'm a little busy. So
I mean, on your priority list, it's probably pretty far down. Radiation poisoning. Yeah, you can deal with that later.
Yeah.
Right now,
monsters. Yeah.
We go from like technical HUD business and we just hard cut to the machine gun just going crazy.
Is the machine gun kinetic weapon or is it laser?
So
am I getting like shells rained on me or not? Is really what I want to know.
We've been kind of going back and forth on this. I'm glad you mentioned this. I think we should sort of standardize. And in the 316 book, it's a little unclear. You could play it different ways. Like it can be like Aliens, where most things are kind of ballistic bullet type weapons, and then these occasional energy things. I feel like this particular version of 316, we've had a lot of fun with like energy packs and cross wiring stuff, and everything kind of being powered has been a fun element of our game, I think. So I think we should sort of flip it around and say like by default, everything is an energy weapon, unless you specifically say like I have an antique, like I have a shotgun that uses shotgun shells. Which you can, that could be cool if you want to be different or whatever. But if I say shotgun, assume it's like a plasma shotgun. If I say machine gun, it's a heavy repeating energy rifle or whatever. Unless there's an exception. So yeah, so it's like bolts of like Star Wars style, like plasma bolts going over your head there, and you're trying to get a read on the rendezvous position area. Well, I don't know. Is that what you're trying to do while she's shooting, or are you going to get involved in whatever she's fighting with?
I'm actually gonna help. I'm totally getting involved with what we're fighting right now.
Okay. Yeah. So if you just kind of roll over, it's a little tricky under fire, but you can kind of get yourself turned so you can see. And what it looks to you is like a swarm, or like if someone had a fire hose that was shooting glistening little eggy orb things with legs in a continuous stream. There's a tunnel, a smaller tunnel about yay big. The main tunnels are maybe 2 meters across, but then there's all these little pockmark holes everywhere that lead off into the little smaller spaces. And one of them is just ejecting this stream of small alien creatures. And she's meeting it with her fire and like destroying them as they come out. Basically, it's like 2 fire hoses pointed at each other, 1 plasma bolts and 1 little critters, and they're just like burning and blasting and coming apart. And you see on the side of the gun, like her ammo counter is like charge is like is like going down. You know, like come on, we got to get out of here.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna give her a chance to reload as I point Elric towards the to the stream.
You're gonna like take over the stream for her so she can. Yeah, nice. So what's your objective here? Are you trying to like leapfrog each other back out so you can leave, or are you gonna push further in, or stay here and kill aliens, or like what's your
the HUD point isn't there, and I probably I mean, I have to scream at her for her to even like barely get me, right?
Yeah.
Or how good are local comms?
They're okay, but yelling helps.
Exactly. So I'm screaming. It's like, it's like, no, we gotta meet up. We gotta meet up with Pasternak. You know, we gotta meet up with LT as well. You know, and let's go. And we're gonna do that fire and suppression, covering fire.
But you want
at least to get out of this crevice that we fell into.
Okay, and then try to figure out where to rendezvous.
Yeah. So
you're not doing it at once and
no,
move further inside.
So maybe I have a wrong picture in my head, but I imagine we are sort of like, I am in a crater and Cortez isn't. Cortez is on top of the crater looking down at me.
It's like,
and then
you're not so much in a crater, you're like inside the asteroid.
Oh.
In a tunnel inside the
okay.
She's sort of outside, partially the hole that you made.
Right. So then never mind. I need to get out of the hole first and then shoot, and then she can get ready to go and then get set up and then cover me again as I run, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like yes, exactly. And
okay,
what we kind of need to know is if you're going to push further in towards where you think the rendezvous point might be, or if you're just extricating yourself from the problem.
Oh, I'm gonna extricate myself.
Okay,
I guess.
Cool.
So
then test FA.
Yeah, I can test FA.
I will test for Cortez, and let's see if you guys can just get yourselves out of this without.
Is it 8 or is mine an 8 or a 9? I'm pretty sure it's a 9. I'm pretty sure it's maxed.
9. Yeah, it's 9.
We tie.
All right, Cortez succeeds. Nice. Yeah, so you guys are able to like take over for each other, shoot these things, and then extract yourselves out and start making your way exterior around as you try to figure out where the rendezvous point is. And I'm going to test for the other platoon. They have a little tougher. Okay. Can you test NFA for me, Eric, please?
Sure.
Strash, I put a rendezvous marker on the thing.
I saw it.
Is that okay?
It's perfect.
Okay. Oh, you succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Nice. Okay, so a little time passes. You and Cortez walk across the surface. You get sort of back roughly to where the landing point was, and you see boot prints in the dust on the surface of this thing. The material is weird because this is like a crazy storm, right? The material, the outer surface can be sort of, it's malleable and it can leave impressions. The minerals compact. But they kind of adhere to each other. They're magnetic or they're something. So they kind of stay together. So it leaves this trail. You can kind of see boot prints. And after a short time, we kind of cut to Young, Pasternak, their fire teams minus Ramos, in this interior space set up with security. And then somebody flinches sideways with their weapon and the light falls on Goodman and Cortez coming in, like friendlies coming in. Right about the same time that happens, Strash, your suit radio, you get this staticky like Tyrrell, Can't maintain. Attempting to locate.
Do I know where Turtle's squad is?
Yeah, you roughly know where they landed.
Like,
I'll put a marker.
go ahead.
They landed roughly here.
Okay.
On the surface, obviously.
Mhm.
So is Pasternak the ranking officer here?
No, there's a Sergeant Stone.
Yeah, Sergeant Stone is with you. He's your right hand man.
And I have basically just like one fire team, right? Or is it two?
You have everybody but Ramos. So yeah,
Okay.
you have both fire teams. It's your whole platoon, basically.
Do I think that I could try and pull off what Pasternak did to boost the signal out so that I can communicate with Tyrrell?
You could try to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I might end up in the same position, but I was gonna have going off on my own is gonna be entirely too stupid.
So this is the friction and lack of momentum problems in these type of objectives, right? You've landed and all your momentum has just died as everyone's scattered and whatever, and you're having to make these decisions. Do you wait for everyone? Do you move on? And
so yeah, I think I fiddle with my suit comms real quick, and I try to boost the signal. And I like use like maybe the like the little dish setup that's on my little projector thing, and I sort of like point out roughly where their landing site is, where I scanned them the last time.
mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna boom out and be like, Tyrrell, report.
Lieutenant, we are unable to reach that point from this side. There's some tunnels here, but they're dead ends. What do you want us to do?
Can I scan and see if I could figure out like some place they can meet us up further ahead, like some path that they can follow?
Yeah, you can try to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
NFA Soldier Young.
Nope. I failed. Yeah, so you scan again through the material, and you find a way for them to meet you.
There's a tunnel 200 meters south. You're going to take it, and I'm going to send the following to your HUD. Don't delete this. And it's basically like first right, second left. Like I just give him like a little text readout.
Yep.
And I'm like, make sure that your unit has this in case one of your suits goes offline. And I expect you to meet us at the next rendezvous.
All right, Lieutenant. We'll do what we can. See you there.
We're diving, team. Rack your guns and let's move. Goodman, you're on point. Aren't you usually on point for us? Yeah, you're always on point for us. Why do you give me the weird look?
All right.
Isn't that where you like being?
Well, I don't know anymore.
We'll have to have a talk about this later.
Are you
the
really
middle of the
that
mission
upset?
is not the
Yeah,
time.
no, I know, no. So I
Skills?
yeah, no, I do. I am. It's all about the 6 kills. It's like, fucking 6. The hell's what's up with those 6 kills? It's fine. I don't know. I don't know if you.
Up is down, left is right. Who knows anymore?
Exactly.
I'm like, Goodman, shoot first, you'll get your 6 kills. Now get on point.
It's the principle, Welty. It's the principle. There you go.
Your complaint has been noted and discarded. Get on point.
All right, and yeah, I got a point.
Awesome.
Oh, and I probably take the time too, unless Cortez has already said it. Like, because we probably like hustled over here, right? And we're like, we relayed the stream of tiny, glistening, gossamer, spidery things inside the rocks, right? We're like,
sure,
right. Like, it's not just tarps, by the way. In the rocks, there's these spiders.
Well, part of the mission is to try and collect them. If you can get one living, great. If you can't, goo will have to do for haul. And I have like a couple of like container canisters for this kind of shit. We'll do our best.
Elric doesn't have a tranquilizer setting, LT.
Oh, you just fry him. I'll pick up the goo.
All right.
So Eric, you can roll kills for Elric. You were using Elric, right? At close.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, at close though?
Yeah.
Close.
No, I can't use Elric at close.
Oh.
I have to use my power claw at close,
That's pretty cool. You should roll your power call.
which I can use automatically. I don't have to switch to.
Right. Yeah, we can just sort of retcon that. I thought you had upgraded Elric so you could use it at close.
No, I upgraded for far because we keep getting pushed to far, and I figure that's if you're gonna keep.
That scene was slightly different. It was more of a her firing and then you clawing masses of them as they swarmed around.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get out of this thing, and she's covering me, so I have to like kill the ones that are close to me.
Yeah, no, that's
right.
That still works.
Just a one.
Okay.
Man, we are just
Getting these bad rolls out of the way early.
No, it's
failing
not
at
a
my
bad roll.
maximizing kills per trooper.
It's the depth. It's the depth that's
Yeah, the
messing
kill
with our
counter is
sensors.
You must have killed 100 of them, but it only registered one. Maybe it has to do with biomass, or who knows. Okay, so you guys move out. Goodman on point, and it's tricky. The spaces aren't designed for moving troops around. So there are these awkward moments where like the tunnel diverges a little, and you can kind of see where it goes, but for everyone to fit, you have to separate slightly and then move, and then you can see each other through some holes in the wall, and then you're kind of together loosely moving towards this new rendezvous point. And as you're doing that, you feel the vibrations through your boots and through the high pressure gases in here. This skittering vibration, mostly down further below, like through your feet. But then there's a little extra bit. And Goodman, you sensed, right, because you know where you came from, right? So you sense immediately like, yep, those are the ones. That's where we were. And they're like following you to where you are. Let's test for dominance. Who's gonna roll?
I'll roll.
I'm gonna roll.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh,
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't
Fucking
do it!
6 kills. I fail.
Thank you. We almost had an ambush. Now we're gonna have a talk, Goodman.
Ruining the ambush. Good.
Well, you told him to take point.
Highest rolls a PC though, but Pasternak.
Yay!
So let me check something real quick.
You set the range, I think.
Normally, yes. Let me just double check this.
I know.
Oh, okay. Yep, you set the range.
Mm-hmm.
I'll switch us over to the battle map. So it's kind of what I said before. The swarm of glistening, spidery, eggy looking things have found you. And instead of coming out like a fire hose of a continuous stream, they've separated to travel through the hive, and they're coming out from all different angles, little pockets of them exploding out onto the platoon. What range would you like?
Oh.
Far?
I guess far works.
Near?
Far?
Fine. I mean, you're LT. You get to command where we start.
No, actually, Pasternak sets it because he's high scroll.
Oh yeah, you're right. Pasternak, you get to set it.
I think if these things are the same ones that we dealt with before, don't know that they are, but remember they had that close-in thing, so...
They're the things I've just dealt with. I don't think we know what these things are. Well, I think I do know what these things are, because I have a sinking suspicion that we're not on an asteroid, but we're on an egg sac.
That's
Could
fine.
be.
I mean, like, that's me as a player. Not Goodman doesn't care what we're on.
I think we're far.
Unless it affects the kill counter, then he does care.
So far, yeah, in this case, it would be like withdrawing from the point where they're going to swarm out.
Yeah.
So you have like lines of fire on them before they get close.
I mean, I'm attacking. Like,
Yeah, I'm attacking. Obviously,
I'm attacking as well.
is anyone not attacking?
We don't see how many counters there are on the table.
Oh, sorry. Did I put these on the wrong layer? Maybe I did.
I mean, I see them. They're just to the right of.
yeah, there's a bunch to the right.
Oh, maybe I need to reconnect. I may be out of sync with Roll20. Hang on.
Cool. Cool.
Okay, here we go. It's like it's turning into a shooter here. Like my I got lag. Rubber banding.
Common excuse.
All right, there we go. Can you see those?
Yes.
All right, 4 tokens.
Yep. All right. Success. It's good, but a 4's not great.
Everyone's fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't think I can capture one, can I?
You can attempt anything you want. At far, no, you can't capture one.
I
But
didn't think so.
at close, you could.
Nope.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna cancel this round as I suppress everybody.
All right.
Pop. Good call.
Yep.
Eric.
So Eric.
Hmm?
Oh wait, hang on. Do I still get my turn if I now fail on the alien's turn? I do still get my turn. I just fail on my turn.
No,
Oh,
I think
is
I
this
think
in?
it's all canceled, right?
When you cancel, it causes everyone behind you to fail.
Okay.
Oh, which means you're
It
still
doesn't. It doesn't mean you don't get a turn, though.
for purposes of activating an alien ability or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's right.
All right.
Let me
I
think
mean,
about
that makes sense.
It's still the right call. We'll at least see what they do, and hopefully it will be too awful.
If you, well,
Fingers crossed.
what would be the equivalent for a? I mean, maybe it's not even right to think of it. What's the equivalent of a player action?
Because I don't have.
Do you guys want to drug instead?
I don't have to succeed to use it. Yeah, I think I can still use it. Okay, you go on 4, then I go on 3, and then it's 2 failures.
So yeah,
On 4, you're canceling,
Cancel.
and then on 3, I use my alien ability.
So it's either everyone takes a kill, activated alien ability, or nobody takes a kill, and
Well, it would just be
you activate alien ability.
It's only Strash and Morgan that are taking kills because you succeeded and beat the aliens, Eric. So,
Oh. 6 kills. No, I'm negating it. I'm
it's still
negating
probably good to cancel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cancel it. I'm a generous scud.
Okay, so you cancel on 4. Then on my turn, I use my power, which is Swarm. These creatures attack in vast numbers, hoping to overwhelm their opponents by swarming them constantly. That's appropriate. On the alien's turn, all PCs are moved to close range.
Okay.
So, in the fiction, Goodman cuts loose with Elric for suppressing fire, and that whole area where they were swarming out to attack you, they withdraw back into the tunnels, and you're still firing, and like they're gone, and then of course they all come pouring out like where you are in your new position, and they swarm all around you, and you look to your left, and let's see, who would it be? Beckett has like a few of them on his helmet, and he's like like trying to pry them off.
Oh, no! So they just keep bursting out from underground.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Shit.
next round. I am attacking, obviously.
Okay, here's my question. I'm thinking about moving to near.
Yes. So you can test NFA to change range.
Yeah.
Or you can, if you succeed at FA and beat the aliens, then you can change range at the end of your turn.
Wait, if I succeed at FA?
At FA.
Oh yeah, then no, I'm gonna do that instead. I'm just gonna power claw them as I make my way to their side.
You have to succeed and beat me, and then you can change range at the end of your turn.
I have faith. Oop, that didn't work.
Jesus.
I thought if you bracket, you have to do it this way. Oh, I roll 1. Never mind. All right. Great.
Wait, what did you do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You like macroed it, kind of.
Yeah. I was testing to see what it would look like if I did a macro.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Okay. And oh shit, I failed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
I think I'm going to capture one.
oh
Right?
wait.
I have not rolled.
Oh. Sorry. I shouldn't roll until you guys commit to what you're doing,
No, it's fine.
because that obviously is a problem. Yeah, so you can test NFA.
I have our sample of these things.
And Morgan, you haven't rolled either?
No, I did roll actually. I
God,
rolled a
hang
9
on.
and got
I
a
have to reconnect
success.
again, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing what you're doing.
All right, man.
Roll 20.
Yeah.
It's-
Sometimes when I have finicky issues like that, it helps actually close out the browser and reconnect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably a caching issue.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
But
Also, the other thing we can do, especially for people
Fail.
listening at home, like if you would like say what you're doing, say that you're rolling, and then say what you got, that would help a lot to keep that clear.
oh yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Because
Yep.
it's just like silently appearing on the screen. There's a million rolls in the list, so it's hard to know what's what.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm taking out my I'm switching over to my big ass vibro knife thing, and I'm trying to cut at one, and I'm trying to get the ones off of Beckett, but I'm like, okay, I should not try to poke you in the head, right? That might be bad.
That might be bad.
So I have to hesitate, and therefore I don't.
All right, so you fail with a 10, Strash, you succeed with a 5, and Eric, you succeed with a 1. Okay, Strash, you're first.
I capture sample as per
Yeah.
orders.
So how do you do that? What do you do?
I think I just have like a black canister that looks a little like creepy and almost like graphite colored, and it has like the Delta logo on it or whatever.
Mhm.
And I think there's just like a moment where like you see me like reach behind myself and pull out my like power blade, and like as it snaps on, I'd like swing a couple of times like to like deflect attacks on me, and then when I see like something on someone's head, I just press the canister and it like opens, grabs it, sucks it in, and like whether the person now doesn't have two things on his face or not, I'm looking at the canister and it like blinks on green, and I just attach it to the back of my suit.
Nice. Then Eric, you succeed at close with your power claw.
Yeah.
Remove
So
a token. What do you do?
I feel like my my feet go through the spongy things. I like take a step back because like the ground's weak where they dug the tunnel, and I'm like, ah, God, and I have to like get down and I end up as I just like kick up a couple of those spider ones that are close to me because my foot got stuck, and I just like slash at them in the air, and they just eviscerate into just a bunch of different ribbons of silver gossamer stuff as I fall back and turn off my power claw and go back to Elric as it charges up as I move back to near.
Nice. Roll kills for your power claw.
Yeah, just a d6. I will endeavor for next week to have templates for this stuff. So it's easy.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm gonna make graphic templates too for our weapons, so we can put them on our little character cards, and we can see what
Yeah.
weapons we have, and
Yeah.
the like kill number or the
Well,
damage die and stuff.
well, we should work together because then we can have the macro with the symbol of the weapon and
Oh, and you can
so it
just,
does
like-
so it does damage. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right,
Yeah.
we'll definitely do that. That's good. Okay, 4 kills and the aliens fail. So they try to swarm you. Pasternak cuts one off of Beckett's helmet, or off of Beckett, maybe not the helmet. Young captures one, and then the power claw. You carve your way to a brief respite. Right now, they're swarming, but they like swarm along the walls and the floor to avoid this claw, which is just ruining their pack tactics. They can't clump together because you're just like one rake just kills 4 of them in one go. So they kind of like spread away from where the power claw was and go to the floor and ceiling and regroup for another attack. So I am attacking. Everybody attacking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Want a backup sample? Strash?
No,
Are you good with one?
no, we're good.
I got a question though. Because you used the alien ability in the previous round, do you lose a token off the opponent?
Nope, that one's free.
Okay.
Yep. Some cost and some don't.
Success. Attacking success 4. With Elric. See what happens.
Attacking success 3 with my power blade.
I am attacking with close combat, hand to hand,
Nice.
with a 2.
Nice.
And I fail again. Oh my god. Oh, the aliens. They're not
they're
doing well.
They're only babies.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, so I go. Cool.
Yeah, you're first.
D100. 73. There we go.
Good lord. I forgot you had D100 in near. Thought that was that far.
I absolutely just like collapse a tunnel, or like maybe I like break off part of Alpha, Object Alpha, as it just like careens off and had a huge chunk of them
Yeah.
into the void.
Yeah, you just blast that whole section free and it goes tumbling off into the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I love this game.
So that's 4-3, Strash, with the vibroblade, power blade.
Oh yeah, I think there's just like, if people are pinned down or some people are like taking the time to like rip these things off and like stomp on them or whatever.
Yeah, they're all over
I
you.
think, there's an odd, almost like grace to Young's movements. Like it's almost like she sucks at guns, but she's okay with this kind of melee weapon nonsense.
Mhm.
So yeah, you just kind of hear the like as like the blade spins up and like you see the chain starting to glow and everything, and she's just like moving like totally like anime style, just like big glowing slashes in this dark.
Nice.
I get a kill.
It does one.
Actually does a 1d10.
Oh, nice. Hey, look at that.
You're
That
gonna
was like
catch Goodman yet.
bombardment levels of killing. Pasternak, hand to hand. What's
Hand to hand. Well, I have maxed out my hand to hand damage, so I'm actually like covered in various knives and entrenching tools and all sorts of little bits that do killy spikes on my armor. So I just go absolutely, ape house on these things. And it's like I like leave knives and things, and I pull out a little snub nose squared off revolver that's like got a muzzle flashes, just go bam, 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 bam. And then I'm like, I can't blow out the smoke. This sucks. You really got to go to a planet that is.
I like you. I really do. Leverton points it out very, very well. You just did the same amount of damage as your tactical nukes. In terms of kills.
Good,
Yeah,
nukes.
this is why being invested in your kill counter is kind of pointless.
You say that.
You keep saying that, but the officers get the big weapons. They haven't
We'll
landed
definitely
yet.
see it here.
Your name wasn't called out 3 times from the box, so I don't know.
If that makes you feel good, great. I'm glad.
All right, so I got 4 kills from that.
4 kills hand to hand. All right. So the swarm is not doing super well.
Swarm's done, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Clean up in aisle 5.
Yep.
And I am no longer a mess.
Yeah, good job.
Well, thank you for not rolling successfully.
I know, that was terrible. Fail.
And thank you, Goodman, for blocking everything before.
Oh, no problem.
Good work.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the kind of thing that gets somebody promoted to corporal.
That's exactly what I don't want. All right. Yeah. So I probably ask you guys how you're doing. Right.
I take
Let's
your
sit rep.
faceplate and I smash it into the wall. And I go, listen, Goodman, I put up with your shit on the regular, but we're all going to die if you do not pay attention. We were in perfect fucking formation until you thought about going ahead. So if you want to continue to get kills on your fucking kill counter and not get left on the surface, listen to goddamn orders.
Sir, yes, sir. I say very sarcastically.
This was about the NFA role for...
I know.
So you give that sarcastic answer, and a few meters away, one of the walls gets punctured by plasma bolts, and more fire comes behind it, and some burning bits of swarmy aliens drop through the holes, and a section gets blasted away by a plasma shotgun, and Tyrrell's team comes through and rendezvous with you, covered in dust and alien goo, just like you guys. You've obviously like been in this firefight. And Tyrrell like presses forward past his corporal to get into close comm range with you, Lieutenant Young. And he's like kind of grinning as some slime like drips down the helmet. He's like, okay, well, I guess we can get this party started now.
Gang's all here.
All right, let's start punching downwards and get to our target location and capture the mass that Pasternak detected.
All right.
I think that gotta be put on me, man.
Hey, you volunteered in the middle of that meeting. I'm sorry, man.
Okay, so you guys are all together. Which platoon's going first? Is it Goodman in the lead as usual?
Yeah,
has that changed, Lieutenant?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. So I think the thing is, like, Goodman, you've been with me for a while, even longer than Pasternak, right? Like, a lot of the people here we don't have a rapport with. And one of the things that I think is they may not understand, but like, I told you the thing that I needed to tell you, and now we're good. So you're on point again. You have all your weapons. Unless you fuck up a second time, we're not gonna have issues.
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
It's not the first time you've seen this. It's like just
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those 6 kills though.
Did you just gain 55 or something? I didn't even
73. Yeah.
Yeah. How much I pay attention, but yeah, the 6 kills though. Let's rock.
So do you actually say that?
No, I'm when she's in front of, or when they're right in front of my face, I totally just. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You don't.
Instead, I just say,
"Sir, yes, sir." You might mumble it.
Yeah. Cool. So you get everyone organized, and ready to move out. You've got that marker from your original briefing, and you've done 2 scans of the rock so far, sort of interior sonar style, and both of those have confirmed that there is a larger group of biomass down there, where it's supposed to be, based on the thermals. So you can pretty much move out in a coordinated way now that you're all together and you can kind of see each other. Like I said, there are times where you can't all be directly next to each other, but I'm not going to give you too hard a time right this second about that, because it's momentary. You know, someone goes down a side passageway and then rejoins you, and you're in a loose group moving forward. However, I am going to fulfill my promise about bad battery life.
Awesome.
So everybody roll a d10.
Just a d10.
Just a d10.
7.
I will roll for some
1
characters here. Oh boy. Okay. 8.
I got a 6.
4. I think it's you, Strash. I might as well roll for Tyrrell too. Oh,
it's both LTs. Oh, that makes sense, right?
Tied for last. Oh, that totally makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
their suits have more load, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're coordinating the platoon and using up more power and all that stuff.
And boosting radio signals and transmitting coordinates, and absolutely.
Yep.
I didn't think about that being merely a corporal. Sorry.
Yeah, so you get your.
I'm saving all sorts of power by having my big time radio cut out. That's really good for me.
So Morgan, did you put in like a warning system, or what do the lieutenants see when this thing starts to fail?
I almost want to like an unhappy emoji.
Sure. To
ding up and go.
Okay.
It's like, oh no, or I'm going to be crushed in a box, right? It's that.
How long?
I think it's kind of a mime getting crushed in a box slowly, and he's getting even more and more.
Yeah, you found like Marcel Marceau archival footage in the computers.
Warning.
How long do they have? What's the window like pre-failure?
I think it's like I don't know if it's minutes or if it's seconds. I don't know, but it's like enough time to get a battery. Try to put another battery pack.
But they need to do it right now. It's not like this is a problem. They like immediately replace the power system on your. Yeah. Got it.
Or better safe than sorry, certainly, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no like waning power. It's like off.
It's like replace now.
Please. It's about to turn off. Yeah.
It's like your cell phone battery when it's dying, and it says it says 10%, but really does it really mean 10%?
Yeah. Well, and I think the way the things work too, waning power is as good as off because it only works when it's at full power. That's what's protecting your suit, and when it drops below full power, your suit starts taking the pressure, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Cool. So, are you Lieutenant Tyrrell? He switches to his sidearm, and you see him take the power cell out of his heavy machine gun and switch it out. Are you gonna use your own weapons power supply, Strosh, or do you want to like? You could ask someone for theirs. You could order someone to give theirs to you.
No.
Nah, dude. You're actually my best soldier, so I'm not going to take your big toy. That's nonsense.
All right.
Like we may have personality clashes, but there's a difference between like depriving my team of something good and being petty.
Yeah. Also, just hold on real quick, Strosh. Also, like you and I like hopefully like that I have no animosity to you, right? I know.
You are
okay.
Hearted Eric and a good friend of mine, and I absolutely don't. I'm not actually angry at you. I'm enjoying our budding, and I'm curious to see if it eventually gets to a point where like
it's not enjoyable.
No. To pull out of you why this is important to you, right? Like, but those are the interesting moments. But that's not going to happen in the middle of combat. That's going to happen when we go back to the ship.
Right.
I think. So it's been established that you can only bring one gun, and one of the things that you've noticed is that
plus a sidearm.
Yeah, the LT does have a sidearm, and I have my chainsword, but I didn't bring a gun. I brought the
sensor.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it has a power supply you could use too, actually.
Yeah, but we need it. Among other things, I can use it to like boost signals to orbit and do all sorts of other nonsense that I'm not going to give up on. Does my...
It is a power sword.
I look... Actually, you know what? Let's see who wants to suck up. I ask if anybody has an extra power cell.
An extra power cell.
Like if somebody has two weapons that they're happy with and they're willing to give up one.
All right. Okay. So what do you say?
I look at the thing and I'm like, damn it, this is running out faster than I expected. I was like, I actually hold up I look at the thing and I like run some math and then I stand up and I'm like, listen up, soldiers. I'm probably going to need this if we get into a deep jam. So if anybody has a spare power cell and a weapon that they're not using right now, keep the one that you have at full charge and toss me what you have remaining. I only need one right now.
Let me just roll for this. That's probably fine. Oh, actually, let's just use AA.
Okay.
And it'll be like a versus because it's the problem with the mission. Man, my aliens cannot roll today.
Should I roll or?
No, I'm just gonna roll for like the preparedness. Okay.
Okay.
So people kind of look around at each other. No one seems to have a spare. But then Sergeant Stone's like, "I got you, Lieutenant. No worries." And he comes over and hands you a power cell.
Cool. I don't question it. I replace it.
Yep. All right. Morgan, you see as the sergeant goes back, he's like behind the lieutenant. He just stows his heavy machine gun. Like he just like leans it against the wall, and takes out his sidearm, checks it, like puts it back, or he takes it out. Like he's like,
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's rock.
All right.
We dive
To the biomass.
to the biomass. Get to the biomass.
So you're approaching the location, and you have a rough idea of where you're going to come out of these tunnels in relation to the target. There's there's 3 large chambers actually, but there's the one that you're headed toward. What's your plan of action here for the teams? Are you going to like breach and assault?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we have objectives, but most of the decisions that I've been making have been in an effort to not put us deeper into the shit. So yeah,
Right.
breach and assault. We'll get what we can if we
not sneak in and get a thing. It's more like just hit them hard. If there's material to collect after we blast everything, then fine. Is that the general idea?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you're initiating the dominance test.
Let's roll. Pasternak, you with me, or am I doing this on my own?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, let's
Yeah,
roll.
I'm listening to you this time around.
Double 5s.
5, 6.
Oh no!
Finally, my aliens come through.
This is going to be the round, guys.
Anyone have it? Actually, does anybody have a strength?
Is that, yeah.
You do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, is it
Just making sure. Just making sure we have
just
one.
the one? Just
I
Morgan?
think we have 3 actually. I have one.
you do?
Morgan has one, and
I have a weakness.
okay,
Okay,
we'll be fine.
good to know. Well, let's save the results of the dominance roll and the beginning of the combat for when we come.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in another about 5 minutes or so for the last third of 316 this week. So see you on the other side of the break.